Do not, I repeat, do not buy a fourplex in the Killeen Fort Cavazos area unless you take these key things into consideration. During the course of this video, we're going to talk about why you should not buy a fourplex, why you should buy a fourplex. I'm going to give you some actionable tips that people are doing right now to win in the multifamily game using their VA loan, and we're going to take a look at a couple in the process, so stick around. So I was out touring fourplexes for a client on a rainy day in Killeen, and I realized that there was a huge problem. These fourplexes just do not profit the way they used to. Back in the good old days, and by good old days, I mean 2018, 2019, my VA clients could buy a fourplex for about $200,000 to $250,000, fill it up with tenants, renting it for anywhere between $500 and $750 a month, and they could live for free and even in some cases make a little bit of profit. Well, those days are gone, and I don't think they're coming back. The average fourplex in Killeen right now is around $400K, and the interest rates are almost double what they were back then. And that leaves that same soldier paying more for their mortgage than the tenants of the building pay in rent. That's just crazy. Things are about to get a little mathy, but hang in there with me. I promise I'm making a good point. You're gonna wanna hear this. So let's say you got a fourplex in Killeen right now listed at $400K. Using your VA loan, that's no down payment, with an interest rate, let's say 6.5%, even though they fluctuate daily. That's about the average rate right now. That's a whopping $3,700 a month mortgage. You would need to have each tenant in that building pay around $1,200 a month in order for you to live for free. Well, the average rent for a fourplex these days is right at $850. And that leaves you paying around $1,150 a month for a small unit that is probably not your favorite place to live. And you could be paying about the same amount for a house. That's just crazy. Well, a good reason to buy a fourplex is because they appreciate really, really well. The average single family home in Killeen appreciated around 40% during all the craziness, while fourplexes, they appreciated at about 55%. And while the average house in Killeen lost a little bit of value as interest rates went up, those fourplexes, well, they held steady. Another good reason is the tax benefits. You get to write off the interest that you pay on it or any amount of money that you spend on it because essentially you're running a business right now. Also, there's whispers that Killeen is not gonna allow anybody to build any more fourplexes, only duplexes and larger multifamily units. So the value of these things should skyrocket in the future due to sheer scarcity. So I said don't buy one unless, well, what about the unless? Well, don't buy a fourplex in the Killeen area if you expect to live for free, unless you do a few of these key things. One, a lot of my clients have been having great success with and making almost 3 times what a long-term lease would give them, and that is turn one or more of the units into a short-term rental. Those do really, really well in this market, and it's a great idea if you're looking to maximize the value of your fourplex. Another thing you can do is actually put some cash down, and that way you lower the overall mortgage amount. I know with a VA loan, it's a 0 cash down, but if you have extra cash, then it might be smart to go ahead and throw it at the property. That way you can live in one unit for free and the rest of the units can pay for your mortgage. The third one is the one that I recommend the most, and it's the way that you can easily cash flow, but it's gonna take some elbow grease. Fourplexes right now can fetch $1,100, $1,200 per unit, but those fourplexes are really nice. So you would need to get into that fourplex and add value. Upgrade it. Do the things that would make somebody choose your property over another property and pay top dollar. If you make it a great place for somebody to live and a place that somebody can really take pride in living, then you're always going to keep your units leased out. You're never going to have any vacancies, and you'll be able to get the maximum amount for rent, which leaves you in a position to either live for free or actually make a little bit of profit while you're living there. You can upgrade the kitchen, kind of like they did in this one, add fresh new appliances. You can put in a washer and dryer. This one doesn't have a washer and dryer. You can also add a security system. Make it nice. Make it a place that somebody actually can take pride in living. And not only will you find yourself living free and you'll be maxing out on those rents, but you'll find yourself in a good position to build wealth over the long term, because you won't be able to keep a vacancy because they are not going to let go of a good apartment unit. There's a lot to learn about using your VA loan to invest in a multifamily property, so check out this video here. I think it'll give you some really good insight on what to expect, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.